Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the HermitPack server. Merry Christmas! It is Christmas Day, or at least it is the day that you're seeing this video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas. I have all sorts of wonderful things going on. Also, I wanted to start off down here in our watermill room that we did last episode. I revamped this significantly because you guys pointed out in the comments that it was a very inefficient setup. And you're right. So I changed this up a little bit. Basically, we've got water flowing this way, and this now generates significantly more power. I think I'm at 821. I think I was at like 395 before or something like that. But basically, each one of these mills is generating a lot more power now. And actually, I just realized, well, no, because we can't have a source block. It's fine. It's fine anyway. I'm getting sidetracked. But yes, this is a much more efficient setup. Same number of mills, just 8. Or just put in diagonal lines like this. It's still not perfect. I could squeeze out a little bit more, but I'm not too worried about it. I don't really foresee us using 800 GP, maybe ever, because I really don't use the extra utilities machines all that often. But anyway, in today's episode, it is Christmas. And what better way to celebrate Christmas than by making burgers? Okay, so it's really not a Christmas thing, but I did want to kind of, it is a project that I wanted to tackle actually last episode, and we're going to tackle it today, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to automate the production of Beet burgers. These guys right here, they restore 18 hunger ticks, which is 9 full haunches. That means all but one haunch will be completely filled by eating one Beet burger. So, way better food than toast. And yes, I know there are other, there's like golden bread, which is better. But you know what? This is more about fun. I want to just have fun automating something that's a bit more complicated than automating golden bread. So, I've cleared out a little bit of a space here. And I've also set up a couple of farms between episodes, nothing super complicated. Basically, I expanded this a little bit, so we're now growing beets and pineapple as well. That stuff needs to go in here. And then I've got a little chicken farm over here just to produce eggs. Now, we don't really have that many eggs. Why are these not getting... Maybe it's just really slow. Maybe it just doesn't do it very often or something. I don't know. Either way, we should be producing eggs. Yeah, we've got a grand total of 18, which isn't a whole lot, so I'm going to have to get more chickens and upgrade that, but the basic premise will be okay. Also, I think temporarily I'm going to get rid of this power line so that all of these mechanism machines run out of power because they're really loud. And we're just going to let them go without for a little bit, and then I'll power them back up later. Anyway, so production, yes. So there's a few things that we're going to need. If we look at Beet burgers, there's quite a few components that go into this guy. So we need steak, cooked pork chops, that's hard to say, beets, and those 3 things are very easy. We've got plenty of them. We need fried eggs, not regular eggs, but fried eggs. And then we need toast and pineapple as well. And I'm also going to need one of these cutting boards. So why don't we make the cutting board here real quick, because we're going to need it. And then we'll also go ahead and make an iron skillet, because we're going to need that too. Now, some of this involves actual crafting. So we're going to do some crafting stuff. Some auto crafting, and I've decided to use the Ender.io crafters. There's a few different options in the mod pack for what you can use. There's several auto crafters, in fact. There's the crafter from RF Tools, there's the mechanical crafter from Extra Utilities, and then there's the crafter from Ender.io as well. And then you've got the super automated stuff using refined storage. But I'm going to use the crafter from Ender.io, and the reason that I'm going to do that is because this guy basically will not pull in extra items. So, for example, if I've got a recipe and I have an abundance of one type of thing, let's make 2 of those. I have an abundance of, say, toast, for example. It's not going to pull in extra toast and clog up the system so that I don't have enough, say, eggs or whatever it may be, just as an example. So we're going to have to make one of these Z logic controllers. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that existed in the pack. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So let's grab some silicon. Let's grab some solarium. And then what was the other thing that goes into that? Redstone? I think it's redstone. Let's see how my memory is. Slice and splice. Here we go. Z logic. Yes, there we go. I'm going to need 2 of these guys. And rather than wait on it forever and ever, let's grab our double compressed, or our compressed Torturino here, and just speed that up a bit to make this process go a bit faster for us. Because I don't want you guys to have to wait on me. And that's honestly my favorite thing about the Torturino, is that it's great for YouTube. It really is. Because it takes out the wait, and it really reduces the amount of time that I have to spend between, in like cuts, doing stuff, and it's just a very useful thing for YouTube. I don't want to overuse it, but I also like the fact that it allows farms that really wouldn't be viable to be viable with the help of the Torturino. So let's see. We were making the crafter. Here we go. Like, for example, when I'm talking about viable, right? If we look at this farm setup right here with the mechanical crafters and then the chests with the advanced item collectors on top of it, this really would not be a viable farm in vanilla or without the Torturino, just because I would need so many mechanical crafters to make it worthwhile. It would just be too much. So I would go with a different option. And the Torturino, because it exists in the mod pack, it opens up those options to kind of do things in ways that you might not otherwise do it. Is it OP? Yes, it definitely is. I don't dispute that in the slightest. But at the same time, it's also a lot of fun. So now, let's see. At extra utilities, I need these 2 furnaces. We're going to use those guys. I'm going to grab a stack of those. I'm going to need a sag mill. I'm going to have to, I think, right? Oh, no, sag mill doesn't require Z-Logic controller or anything like that. We're good. So we do need another one of those guys. And we do need the sag mill itself. Okay, so that's good. Then I'm going to want a trash can, because we're going to void some items. Some extra junk that we don't need, primarily seeds, if I remember correctly. We'll need these item conduits. I am going to need more filters. Let's just make a bunch of them, because they'll get used. They'll definitely get used. Let's see. What else do I need? I think that's all I need for starters. Oh, energy conduits. Yeah. There we go. Let's grab some of those too. Okay. So, what we're going to do, we'll start our production, right? Are these things still going? Like, really? I killed the power to them ages ago. Is there some other, like, magical power source that's charging these things up? It's insane. I'll tell you what, we can do this. That should cause them to burn through their power. No. Where are they getting power from? They shouldn't have any power. I disabled I broke the power line. Huh. Okay. Well, tell you what. Let's just turn down our volume a bit. There we go. Well, no, I don't want to turn it down that much. Let's go to here and let's just turn down blocks. Keep that off a little bit. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, we're going to start with the sag mill. This is all going to finish This is all going to start and finish up here. Start and finish. This is all going to do its thing up here. Now, I'm also going to need a couple of chests. So let's grab those guys. And let's put one here. This will be our output chest to make the final beet burger. Okay? And we know that this is going to be part of the thing. Okay? So we'll just put this right here for now, and we can configure this right away to push to the chest. We'll get the other components kind of as we go. So what's going to happen is wheat is going to be pushed into the sag mill, right? And then that wheat is going to be turned into dough right here. So what we're going to need to do is extract always, insert. There we go. So this will get the dough and cook it into bread. Okay, easy enough. Then we need that bread to go over into the next furnace and be cooked into, toast. So that's the next step in our crafting thing. Okay, and then the toast can be sent into here, because that's one of the components. All right, so that's that part, and let's also just throw these upgrades into these furnaces because we want those to be as fast as possible. So that's all good. Now, we are going to end up with a backlog. In fact, we probably don't need that many upgrades. Yeah, this should be fine. We'll do it this way. And we'll see where the backlog gets created and kind of tweak it from there. Okay, so there's that. Now, next step is also, the other thing is when the sag mill creates stuff. So if we look at dough, maybe it's not called dough. I thought it was called dough. It's from Ender.io. I know. Am I losing my mind? Tell you what, let's just do it this way. Flour. It's flour from Ender.io. Okay, so the sag mill, when it processes the wheat, it's going to create flour, but then it's also going to create seeds, and we don't want the seeds. We don't need them. We don't want them. In fact, we want them to disappear entirely. So right here, I'm going to put a item conduit, just like that. We're going to put insert, and then we're going to put an item filter on here, and this will be for seeds, because we just want to avoid the seeds. We just want to get rid of them. So let's put that right there. There we go. And that will work, and any seeds will then get sent to the void thing. And we can even change the priority on that to +1, just to make it work a little bit better. All right, now, let's see. So that takes care of that. Some things we'll want to, let's grab, let's see, extractor. Oh, wait, just kidding. Not extractor. It's the exporter, right? Yeah, there we go. We'll need one of those. We'll need some cables. I really should just grab some building blocks while I'm at it. Hardened. There we go. Okay. And there's some things that we're just going to want to basically transport directly into this guy. Okay. So down here underneath, I'm just going to put that right there. And then we'll go down one more. And right here, we'll just bring a cable over like that and like that. There we go. And then this guy can come like so. There we go. So this is going to export stuff into the crafter. And there are certain things that we want to make sure get exported in there. Those things are going to be, not eggs, because we still need to process those, but that's going to be steak, pork chops, and pineapple. There we go. Because we want to make sure that those 3 things are in here as well. So we'll do that. And I'll say right here, pineapple, pork chop, steak. Okay. And those will start filling up. We want to make sure that this is set to buffering item stacks, just so that nothing, we won't see any more. This is like our imprint of the recipe, and then this is what's actually in here. Now, I can try and put this steak in, but it won't let me put in any more than just a stack. And that's the whole reason we're using the crafter from Ender.io, because we don't want extra stuff clogging up our system once everything's ready to go. All right, so now we need another exporter up here. And we need, that one. We need that to go away. And we're going to get rid of this guy. I'll move that light and put it somewhere better. And we could probably just do this. Ooh, that's our blast furnace on the other side of that wall. So that should work. And now we need this to be set to wheat. So we're going to go wheat. Let's just grab a couple stacks. And we need this to be set to toast. And we'll say export wheat to this guy. Okay? And that'll start filling up. Then, actually, while we're at it, we also need to make sure that this has an importer. Do I have any? Oh, I do. Awesome. That's good. And then we'll go upgrades. I'll just grab like 3 speed upgrades and 1 stack upgrade. That should be plenty. And we'll put the importer. Oh, we'll put the importer on this chest. And put our upgrades in there. And then anything that goes into this chest should get poofed into the ME system, just like that. Awesome. That's what we want. So that's good. That's very good. Okay, so we've got our toast. We've got our... we've got this stuff figured out. So basically all we still need is the beets. Oh, and the eggs. The beets and the eggs. And the beets are already figured out too. I just have to actually grab them. Whoa. Random teleportation going on there. Let's see here. So let's just grab some beets. We'll grab a stack of those. And we'll say same thing here with this exporter. I'll put that guy here. And we'll say beets. And this thing will start filling up with beets, which is good. So last thing is the eggs. And I'm going to need a regular egg here. Okay, so there's that. Now, last but not least, I need... actually, I could just dual purpose this. And we could say, you extract always, extract, so those will both go in here. I don't need an item filter on there. Yeah, so that'll work. So we go skillet, we go egg. And then configure this to push, and we'll say pull from behind, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, pull from behind, because then I can do conduit facades for the other stuff. So we'll put you right there, and an exporter here for eggs. And eggs, I think, are going to be kind of the big backlog here. So this thing is going to start, or it should, start filling up with eggs fairly soon. We'll put the skillet in here. Egg. Oh, it's not filling up with eggs because those are literally all the eggs that I have. So if I send those back into the ME system, yeah, there we go. They're channeling through the way I want them to. Okay, good. So now we need to hook all this stuff up to power of some sort. So let's just go, let's see. We can provide these with power like so. And then it's probably easiest to just bring that over here, right? So then all the machines have power. And then we'll just kind of bring this over as well. And to right there. And then we can reconnect that. And then we should see all these guys powering up. Should see this stuff making fried eggs. And lastly, once I have my fried eggs, I put those in here. And this is... Whoa, wait a minute. What just happened? Get rid of... Oh no! I broke things I didn't mean to. Okay. Hold on. So we need to go U, insert, U, extract always, and U, extract always. There we go. So now this is all filling up, and that'll be producing beet burgers, which should pretty much automatically get yanked into my ME system, which is pretty awesome. Now, I need to cover all this up, and this chest, I'm going to have to do something there as well, but that's okay. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 conduit facades, and then 1 hardened stone stair. Actually, let's do that. And then conduit facades, we said I needed 8 of them. There we go. Let's go make some of those. Just toss them in the painting machine like so. That should be good. I think my Torturino is back in here. No? Did I just stare at it and not see it or something? Am I crazy? I may be crazy. Well, a regular Torturino should do the trick for now. I probably set it down some... Oh, you know what? It's powering those extra machines. Let's just do that. This thing will speed up real quick. It's powering those the mechanism machines down below. And there we go. Grab all that. Put that here. We'll say... I should probably grab these to see what the backlog looks like. I have a feeling that I'm not going to have any problems keeping up with toast or any of that kind of stuff. I think it's basically going to be eggs, which are going to be my big problem. And there's really no way to, at least as far as I know, there's no way to just like farm massive quantities of eggs other than just making a really big chicken farm, which, you know, we could quite possibly do that. Oh, this thing is going to need a capacitor bank for sure. Why is this struggling power-wise? It shouldn't be. How's my reactor doing? Let's do that. I need to change this thing around, too. There we go. That's a little better. And capacitors. Good, I do have one octatic capacitor. And I feel like our regular capacitors are going to be just fine. But I'm going to make 2 double layers anyway. I feel like the crafters are fast enough. But yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of eggs. I can't make eggs any faster. But we'll do an octatic here. That'll speed up this process. And then I'll throw a double layer into each of these, because eventually I do plan to upgrade. I've got kind of a little starter chicken farm at the moment, which is sort of working, but I'm going to change that around for something a bit better later on. However, we're just creating a backlog here at this point as far as resources and stuff goes, so it should be fine. And then last but not least, I just need to throw that right there to cover all this up, and it should be good. So we have ourselves a Beet burger factory. A Beet burger factory, and it's producing 18, which, let me just run around a little bit until my hunger wears down just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. I'm just running. Please, would it help if I jumped? Would jumping fast make a difference? We'll try it. Or I suppose I could take some damage, too. That would cause me to quickly lose hunger. Except nothing attacks me. Yeah, I can't even get them to attack me. Oh, zombies. I think I can run into a zombie. Nope, even that. No damage. Really? I just want to see how much I get from... Although, you know what? It doesn't show the... I don't think it actually shows the hunger saturation anyway. We'll see in a minute here. How long does it take to lose half a hunger tick? That's all I want. I just want to lose half a hunger tick. I don't know. I guess it's not really important anyway, because this thing will produce... This'll be a perfectly viable and wonderful food source. But anyway, guys, I am out of time for this episode. I hope you guys are having a very Merry Christmas. I'm going to be streaming today. In fact, I don't know exactly when this video is going to be going up, but it's quite possible I may already be streaming. We'll see. But either way, keep an eye on Twitter for that. Otherwise, guys, as I said, I'm out of time for this one. So, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.